Welcome back to the Highway to Health. I'm Jason Dahl, and it's day 7 of the Health Charter Tour. Sean, Teresa, and the world's greatest health van have crossed the mountains from Kamloops, BC, all the way to Grand Prairie, Alberta. And last night we hosted our biggest show yet. Thanks to the incredible support from Homesteader Health, the team helped us fill the beautiful JP Event Center for an unforgettable night of stories, inspiration, and action. Let's take a look at some highlights from last night's event. We did, however, have a serious health security alert at the show, where this individual was seen eating flat-leaf parsley in the open, but it was quickly taken care of by notifying Health Canada of this dangerous self-care framework violation. If you see any self-care framework violations, be sure to immediately ingest a novel chemical drug and call the Health Canada Self-Care Framework hotline at the number on screen. Before we continue, though, I want to share a little story from the road. A message from Teresa came in as they were wrapping up the Kelowna stop that perfectly captures the spirit of this tour. They arrived at the Kelowna Events Center around 4 p.m. The budget was tight, and the small room they'd booked just wasn't going to work for the size of the crowd we were expecting. While the local team ran off to grab tables, Teresa decided to take a walk. She found the event office and spoke with a kind young woman about the situation. Moments later, the venue manager appeared, listened to the story, and said, "Okay, you can have the main hall tonight. Next time you'll have to pay for it, but tonight it's yours." In an instant, they went from a broom closet to the full auditorium for the same price. Kelowna, you made that night extra special. Thank you for stepping up and making room for this message to grow. The team collected dozens more signatures, added more email addresses, and even helped form a new Kelowna volunteer chapter that will keep spreading the word about the Charter of Health Freedom, long after the van rolls east. And now let's talk about today's broadcast lineup for the world's greatest health show. We've got another full day of knowledge, insight, and empowerment coming your way. Ben Farley will be bringing his grounded wisdom on integrative health. Nick Wallace with a fresh perspective on natural medicine and policy. Another episode of Nutritional News Flash packed with timely updates from the industry. Udo Erasmus with his lifelong message about essential oils and holistic health.
And if you could get out of your mind and all of your worries and your fears and your limitations and your emotional upsets, if you could get out of those and just let that energy flow through your body, it would be very, very hard to get sick. But we we think ourselves sick. So,
it is interesting. Like I've heard that, if you carry anger for long periods of time or emotional upset for a long period of time, and I think this is fairly conventional, like this isn't going to surprise anyone, that our negative emotional states can lead to chronic illness.
Liver problems associated with anger, and also you fry your adrenals. We used to say that people say, "Oh yeah, you're frying your adrenals with the stress you're doing," right?
Right. So our mental state, if it's out of line, if we're not finding that peace and we're kind of basically getting control of our thoughts, then we're out of line with who we're, supposed to be, and that's not healthy.
Right. And and so in fact, you don't want to stop your mind. Frying pan, turn it upside down, hit yourself upside the head with it so it's associated with pain, and throw that stupid thing out. It's the dumbest thing we have ever invented to do to our food from the perspective of health. More health problems come from damaged oil. More physical health problems come from damaged oils than any other part of nutrition. Actually, some mental problems too, because you mess your brain up.
But you just said a big point here, and you've done a ton of research. You just said more physical problems.
Yeah.
So you're like talking chronic illness, things that are manifesting.
Yep.
More health problems come from damaged oils than pretty well any other single cause.
Jane Pritchard, sharing the human side of health advocacy. Esther, reflecting on the emotional journey of this movement. A special Highway to Health feature, that's me, right here on the road. Chantal Anne Dumas, bringing insight into holistic nutrition. Bob Dixon, exploring grassroots organizations and public outreach. Dr. Bonnie Kaplan is back to discuss mental health through micronutrients. Janice Amaro, a voice for freedom and accountability and wellness. And Kathy Van Gogh, sharing her artistry and passion for personal health transformation. It's an amazing mix of experts, creators, and everyday citizens, all united in the call for health freedom. Now, for tonight's show, we'll be broadcasting a recorded event from Nutter's Everyday Naturals in Kamloops. That was our Wednesday stop, and it was a powerful evening of truth and community. Sean and Teresa won't be hosting a live event tonight as they're making the long drive with the world's greatest health truck to Edmonton, where they'll get the van checked, set up for the next leg, and prepare for another big Alberta event. But while they're on the road, you can still tune in tonight for this incredible pre-recorded episode from Kamloops. One of the most heartfelt stops of the tour so far. If you missed any of the previous broadcasts, don't worry. You can watch them all online right now at nhppa.org/live. Catch up on the inspiring speakers, moving stories, and the growing movement behind the Charter of Health. And most importantly, join the tour. Visit nhppa.org, join the tour to follow the journey, find upcoming events, and show your support. This is your chance to be part of something historic. Across Canada, stand for health freedom and truth. We'll have more incredible stops coming up as the Health Charter Tour moves deeper into Alberta and beyond. Each city brings new faces, new stories, and new strength to the cause. Thank you to everyone who's come out so far, and to all our volunteers, hosts, and local sponsors making this possible. I'm Jason Dahl, and this has been the Highway to Health, Day 7 of the Health Charter Tour. We'll see you tomorrow on the world's greatest health show.